Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am working on a tiny canvas. It is about 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. I'm going to use it to decorate my mantle with a tiny easel. I wanted to make something that reminded me of spring, so I decided to paint some Sakura flowers. After I sketched out my idea, I used Procreate to do a color mock-up. I also decided to do a mock-up with markers in my sketchbook. Ultimately, I liked the Procreate version better because it looked more painterly, so I decided to go for that style. Now, I start off with just a simple base coat and try to make the colors a gradient instead of a solid color. Even though I will eventually paint over this completely and you won't even be able to see any of it. Oh well. I want to make the background look blurry, like the flowers are in front of the leaves. So I'm painting different shades of green and a little bit of brown and blending it out with a fan brush to soften everything and give the blurry effect. I want to work quickly so the paint doesn't dry and all the colors blend together nicely. Now, after I let that layer dry, I use the same colors, but I paint in lines to give the idea of branches, and I just soften it out with my fan brush. Once my background is dry, I'm ready to add my sketch on top. So I took my Procreate drawing and cut it out, and I used my 6B pencil to shade all over the back of the paper. This works like transfer paper. I will just tape it to my canvas, then trace over my drawing, and it will transfer the pencil onto the canvas. Now I can start painting my flowers. This first layer is just to roughly place the colors where I want them and to completely cover over all the pencil marks. I am using a burgundy color for the stems and a light pink and white for the flower petals. Once I have the first layer down, I go right on top with my second layer without letting the first layer dry. I want the layers to blend together. Some of the flowers I'm making more pink and others more white. Then I'm adding in some light blue for some of the flowers. I just want each flower to look a little different, so it gives the painting more interest. Once I'm happy with how the flowers look, I use a detail brush to add outlines and more texture to the petals. These brushes don't hold much paint, so I have to keep going back and forth to my palette for more, but I definitely think these brushes are worth it for working on this small of a canvas. I just like to put on a video in the background and slowly add these little details. It might be time consuming, but I think it's worth it in the end. I can't forget to add in the details to the inner part of my flowers. I just lighten up my burgundy color and add little dots to the center of the flower. And now I need to add in a few highlights to my flowers and just some final touches, and then I can add some glitter paint. I am using glitter medium to go over each flower. It just adds a hint of glitter to the petals, and I really think it makes the painting more interesting. Once that is dry, I just seal it with varnish and it's good to go. I really love how this turned out. Let me know what you think down in the comments. This took a lot of time, mostly because I am very slow at art, but I think it was worth it. I think it's going to make a nice spring decoration for my living room. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.